There are many creatures that roam the forests around Key House, especially in the winter, when human intervention becomes scarce. Almost as scarce as the food. And while searching for food, this deer ventured far from its family. A grave mistake that will prove to be its last, as Zack, now transformed into an ebony wolf, and his newfound pack of hungry strays are looking for an appetizer. They bare their fangs and gnash their teeth. If they could, they would snicker as they engorged themselves on their pre-meal treats. In the air, Bodhi is having a difficult time figuring out who is the leader of this flock of swallows. Each bird seems to believe they are, and that certainly doesn't help his effort. He can't even get a straight answer as to what they are doing at the moment, other than flying in circles. Well, the birds tell him, sometimes we go up, and they go up. And finally, Bodhi sees the pattern, the glorious pattern.
I am one with the flock,
He chirps.
I understand.
However, being new to flying, Bodhi becomes too excited and loses the wind beneath his wings, resulting in him plummeting into the snow.
I don't understand.
He sighs. Bodhi, determined to get some answers, flies back into formation.
So, who decides what direction to fly?
He asks. Me, they all sing. Me.
Oh, come on. Someone has to be in charge. Someone has to be top dog, big man, the prez. You can't all be equally important, of equal value, and have equal say. That's madness. That's chaos. That's...
Sharing, they chirp. Sharing. Bodhi takes a moment to reflect. He is fully aware that man is the superior species, but at the moment, he just can't remember exactly why. Kinsey, feeling the conversation is becoming a little too one-sided, questions what Tyler even sees in Jordan. I mean, she is the most beautiful girl who's ever actually talked to me, but it's something else too. I've heard stories about her. She's been knocked around some. If she gets angry, it's only because she's afraid of trusting people. I feel like, somehow, I could help her a little. I could fix...
Wait, you're going to fix her? First, you tell me everything's your fault. Then you say you're going to fix this girl? If you could get outside your head for 1 minute, I think... Ty!
Tyler turned around on his heel and is greeted by the low murmur of the growling beasts. They encircle the siblings, making it impossible for them to run. Fuck you want!
What do you mean?
What do they want? Kinsey reasons.
They want dinner.
I don't know about that, Tyler says, unconsciously locking eyes with Zack, the presumed alpha of the motley crew. Zack lifts a single leg into the air and, using his piss, draws the Omega symbol into the snow. Yeah, I kind of thought that was what you were after. Forget about it, bitch.
Tyler, who are you?
It's her, he points to Zack. It's the Dark Lady. Damn, every time she takes a new form, she gets uglier. From the skies, Bodhi can see it all. His brother and sister are in trouble.
Guys,
he screams.
Guys, my family is in danger. They're being chased by wild dogs. What do we do?
The other sparrows can feel his anxiety rise. "What do we do?" they echo. "What do we do?" "Save them," one sparrow answers. Bodhi nods his head at his new friend, and they assume their attack formation. Their plan, the sparrow explains, is that some of them will pitifully throw their bodies into the dog's open jaws in hope that they choke on their corpses. The others will shriek for all they're worth in an attempt to give the attackers migraines. This is, sadly, the best the small creatures have to offer, but they will do it unapologetically because Bodhi needs them to. First, Bodhi and his friend swoop down to perform a sneak attack, and it goes just about as expected. One dog backhands Bodhi's friend and tells them to fall dead in a mess of blood and feathers, for this is the rule of Fang and Paw, and the only reason for the sparrow's existence is to provide superior animals like themselves with a snack between larger meals. That's how it is when nature doesn't give you a single weapon to defend yourself. Bodhi needs to face it. He's got nothing.
"You're wrong,"
Bodhi tells the dog. Somewhat entertained, the dog asks Bodhi what exactly he brought that could even the playing field.
"Friends," he growls.
Zach and the other two dogs are still chasing after the siblings. They trip Tyler and tackle him to the ground. Kinsey looks back. She didn't realize she'd become so much quicker than her brother. Now, she's too far to help in any way. Zach takes advantage of the situation and pounces at Tyler, nipping at his throat. Blood drips down from the beast's fangs and paws onto Tyler's jacket. "Ugh! Get the fuck out of my face, you ugly bitch! Hey, hey!" At that moment, the sparrows dive down, and Tyler, Zach, and the other dogs are caught within a sea of shrieks and feathers. At first, there are dozens, then hundreds of small beaks and talons that poke and scratch the dogs, overwhelming them. Tyler, not fully understanding the situation, shuffles to his feet before running to catch up with his sister. He doesn't look back. It seems as if the birds have the advantage. They tactically aim for the weak points: ears, eyes, the crotch areas. But even those cheap shots, as it would be considered, cannot keep the beasts preoccupied for long, and the dogs tear them apart. The fight goes on for longer than either Bodhi or Zach would have expected. Fortunately, for the both of them, they are able to make it away relatively unharmed. Zach, being the first to retreat, leaves the random pack of strays he found in the bloodbath to finish up his dirty work. He slinks back to the manor and crawls back through the door, gritting his teeth the whole way through. These three siblings are becoming a constant annoyance for him. He has once again failed to retrieve the key to the black door, and this time, it was Bodhi who stopped him. Bodhi then flutters back to the manor, too flustered to notice any of the tracks in the snow below him that unmistakably led him to his destination. He crawls through the doorway and returns to his human form. Tears begin filling the corners of his eyes as he sprints back to the battleground. All of his fallen brothers and sisters scattered about, unceremoniously left there for some starving creature to nibble at or to freeze in the dark. They were his flock, They were his tribe, and it saddens him to think he's the only one who will ever mourn their loss. The next day at school, Bodhi is once again playing by himself. This time, he's being a sparrow. With his arms stretched out, he runs around the playground, imagining himself to be back in the clouds. Some of the other kids make fun of him, but one doesn't. His name is Jason Bird, but his friends call him Jaybird, and he thinks he would like to give this game a try.